Good afternoon. Today is February 8th, 2026, and this is Engaging Systems, the Purple Pill. I'm coming to you today because, oh my goodness, 2026, 2026. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Last time we spoke, I spoke in regards to CHF. I do these little distances, and I do apologize. I want to get on here regular. I hate this. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. I do. But I love to talk to you. So that being said, as I said before, this is just engaging the vote for 2028. That's what engaging the systems is about. Ushering in a new era, a new age, a new thing. It's not just the Democrat and Republican red and blue pills, as I call them. That's what I call them. It's about ushering in something new, the purple pill. So that being said, I always want to talk about our quality of life, and I talked about the CHF, and I want to bring to your attention the Epi-pen. I can talk about healthcare for all day, every day. There's a lot of things about the healthcare field that I know I'll be touching on back and forth from here to Kalamazoo, and the main reason for that is because my life doesn't have a price tag on it. There's a lot of y'all that can be bought. There's a lot of that's going on. But this one, yeah. And she's not free either. So that being said, we're going to move on. A girlfriend of mine, Helena, thank you. I love you and appreciate you for this. She sent forward a conversation between Glenn Kirshner and Kim Wilde, the author of Pardon Power. She's a judge. And I put that out there on purpose. This conversation that they had was involving a lot of different things. A Constitution do-over was the part that really kind of hit home for me in a number of different ways, because I brought that out when I first started my tapings in regards to the Constitution, and I was running over the whole wording and all that stuff, and it dawned on me that we still have individuals still sitting in judge seats wearing that ridiculous white wig with all them rolls of curls, and so crazy. But I also put out there that the Bar Association, that these lawyers that practice law in America, why are you on the British registry? I'm so confused. This is the United States. Why do we have length of times in which people serve these seats of Congress, the Senate, etc., and y'all have been there for longer than these seats are supposed to be held? I'm just so confused. But these are real things. But I noticed that she had written a book in regards to the U.S. Constitution, so she was very thorough in her understanding of it, which I appreciated, just because of that fact alone. She had went into search for a model to, quote, template a new constitution with. And she immediately went to the German model of their ordinances and their constitution. And to her surprise, a law that cannot be changed is that all individuals must move with human decency. Why is that so freaking foreign? We learn as little babies, little tots. Treat others as you want to be treated. We got laws now that state bullying is illegal, is even in some places considered somewhat of a hate crime. I'm so freaking confused how we have a whole fraternity, a brotherhood of freaking folks walking around with badges and guns, capable of dehumanizing individuals. It baffles me. But what befuddles me most is the fact that, again, people, we allow it. That's crazy. And to sit back and not say nothing or do nothing defeats the purposes of everything that came before us that are currently here and capable of living without having to worry about whether it's the black or the white fountain or coming in the front or the rear entrance, sitting at the back or the front of the bus, having the right to speak, let alone vote. And women, we're not even going there. Today, we're going to keep it simple. I love y'all too much to play the game with you about the quality of life in America. It sucks. Land of the free, who? Huh? Who? We are in jail. Thing is, how good of a jail have you paid for yourself to be in? Yeah, I said it. I meant it. And I stand on it. I said this is the year of truth. It's the truth. Pride has come into a lot of things lately. Utilizing the services that are around is taboo. And they made it like that just because, again, I've educated you on the monkeys in a cage, and I educated you on, they did it with a number of different animals. Yes, they did. The monkeys in a cage just happens to be the very prevalent one that I'll speak on, since that's what they want to try to quote, depict us as our current president decided to want to put Barack Obama and Michelle Obama as apes for the kickoff of Black History Month for 2026. And still to this moment of February 8th, 2026, still hasn't bothered to try to apologize. He's come up with every excuse in the book. But again, sir, that is your page. You don't want to, don't sit here and play with me right now. I'm sick and tired of people. I'm sick and tired of people playing with somebody's freaking intelligence. And then the moment that they get irate and start raising their voice and saying, because you're, that is the ultimate definition of manipulation. For someone to have the audacity, I call it audacity, for audacity, because you look like an ass. The audacity to run around here and blame someone's response for disrespect as a problem. You push the button and you mad for the response. That sounds like your problem. Oh, that part. Like I said, that is the very definition of manipulation, for an individual to sit up there and press a button but get mad at the response to you pressing it. Hello? You pressed that button for number 4. Did you not on that elevator? You asked that elevator to go to floor. Did you not? You're bad. Somebody else came on and pressed number 3. So you mad because it stopped on 3? You're bad. You will continue to wait for floor 4. Oh, there's a lot of things going on. So I will say Donald Trump didn't precede John F. Kennedy. But yet, can you tell me how it is that he decided to close the Kennedy Center and put Donald Trump before John F. Kennedy? I'm just so confused because Kennedy is alphabetically before Trump as well. Not only did it come alphabetically before Trump, but he also existed before Trump. So how the hell do you come, add your name to this man's building, and put your name before his? Make it make sense, people. As I've stated before, this man is starting to look like the mother scutting Hitler of 21st century. I said it. I bet your mama. One day, I said it. I said it. I bet your mama. How that go? How that go? Yeah, I'm her. So anyway, in January of 2025, Trump came out and just after being inaugurated, was hot to the pen on these 13 decrees, all these pardons. Everybody was just right. All the media outlets, everybody was there, videotape, everything was there. Everybody was there. I'm going to name one in specific. This one particular decree, he stated that all of the United States is English speaking. It's the national language. And as such, everybody that is calling themselves to be of an American status, you must speak English. Sign, sign. Yes, he did. And then he implemented this wonderful thing that has apparently been going down called the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement, what we have noticed to say as ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, which I equate to the KKK, Ku Klux Klan. Huh? What? What are we talking about? ICE can come around here and take people up out of here, even Americans that are citizens. Young man worked in the hospital. Young lady, huh? Let's. I'm getting besides names because here's my thing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing on because they don't remember ours. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say that I'm not putting names out there. I'm stating facts of what has happened, and with or without a name, you know what it means. And that is all I'm going to say about it. I'm sick and tired of the divide of which needs to be. That being said, the Ku Klux Klan targeted black slaves specifically. They don't like too much of anything outside of Caucasus Mountains. Caucasian, light, bright, white. That's it. Blonde hair, blue eyed. They didn't like outside of that. And yes, that meant Hispanics, Asians. That meant everyone. And I'm going to say indigenous is what they're wanting to call us, but indigenous does Pacific Islanders. I mean, it incorporates a lot. Canadians. It incorporates a lot saying indigenous people. But we should also be upset about that as well, because if you don't understand the words that we use, indigent means poor, a group of poor, needy people. Huh? How do you clump a group of people into a group of indigenous? And you're not upset? Or I'm just so phenomenally and I get emotionally charged because there's no possible way that we are sitting around here being dumb, because we're not. I know we're not. I know we're not. I know we're not. But it truly gets under the skin. And it bothers in ways that it shouldn't, but it does. Why? Because I'm sick and tired of folks playing on intelligence, and the silence is a weapon. We're sitting back allowing it to happen. And we don't have to. But again, they come around here bullying folks with these guns and badges and literally wiping folks out like the old Roman era of wiping out whole generations. And if you off with their heads. Why do you think the guillotine was still allowed in the in Obamacare? Hello, I didn't say these things for nothing. I need, as my grandfather used to say, your head to be something more than just a hat rack. That part. So that being said, our quality of life. I need y'all to have a want to have a zest for life and not the zest just for the bill, because ultimately that's the only reason we get the dollar. Lights, mortgage, eating, everything. That's the only reason we get this dollar bill. We have something to pay. It's a debt. And why are we incurring a debt? Who said you needed a debt? To live is what we have to do. We all have come to the consensus we all need shelter. We all do. So why is it something we have to pay for? We all need it. Now again, if I wanted bubbles blowing up my butt and needed a jacuzzi tub, then again, we pay for the amenities. We don't pay for the basics. Basic four walls. Shut up! I apologize. I'm taping and I'm not redoing this tape. This is about the fifth time I've done it. And ultimately I have a pit bull slash bull mastiff. Need say anything more? For those of us that own one, whining. Oh my god. So anyway, all I want us to do is to come together for the one purpose. On 2028 November's ballot, please make sure Engaging Systems takes the presidency. I don't believe voting is really what we do. And if you haven't noticed, as Judge Kim Wilde did, voting is not even a right that we have in the Constitution of America. The United States Constitution doesn't even have an amendment that gives us a right to vote other than women the right to vote, blacks the right to vote. But yeah, the right to vote isn't just our right, but yet that's all right. I don't want to over supersede today, but I will put out again too. I saw y'all last in regards to CHF, and in regards to CHF and congestive heart failure and chronic heart failure. And I was speaking in regards to the healthcare industry, and there's so much going on there. And I'm just going to touch on, like I already said, we're not paid for, but the Epi-pen, it never expired. It was always there for those that had an allergy that was life-threatening, whether it was for bee stings, peanut allergies. We all know there were quite a few that was to the extent where if they didn't have something right now, they could die. The Epi-pen did not expire. What point did you change the ingredient so now that I have to pay for it and it expires, that I have to keep up with where it's at? When my, again, problem is, oh, so when they decided to introduce you to the spray Epi, these three things took place: from not expiring to expiring to now we have a spray. Our pharmaceutical insurance industries have too much money and control of our government and our quality of life. And clearly, it's starting to look a lot like experiments are being done with us. And I'm sick and tired of the algorithm because basically you have your machine thinking for you. You're no longer using your cognitive skills anymore. You're no longer using, as my grandfather again, I will reiterate, your brain for anything more than just between your ears. I'm gonna need this to stop becoming a hat rack and folks to really engage their minds. I love you, kings, queens, gods, and goddesses. Enjoy this beautiful day. Be blessed and chew on that. I'll be back.